jobs that support families and other local businesses. So every time you visit Citgo, you help our communities thrive.
Even if our gas gauge is on E, we go out of our way to go to our local Citgo.
Citgo, fueling good.
Now for a limited time, your companion flies free, plus save up to 65%. Call 1-800-SANDALS. Conditions apply. For live Piers Morgan Monday night, surviving Hurricane Irene. Piers brings you the latest on the crisis and recovery. CNN Monday night, 9 Eastern on Piers Morgan.
Hi, Anne. How are you doing?
Hi, Evelyn.
I know it's been a difficult time since your mom passed away.
Yeah, I miss her a lot, but I'm okay. Wow, that was fast. This is the check I've been waiting for. Mom had a guaranteed acceptance life insurance policy through the Colonial Penn program, and this will really help with the cost of her final expenses.
Is it affordable?
It costs less than 35 cents a day. That's pretty affordable, huh?
Are you between the ages of 50 and 85? For less than 35 cents a day, you can get guaranteed acceptance life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. You cannot be turned down because of your health. There are no health questions or medical exam. Your rate will never go up, and your benefit will never go down due to age. Guaranteed. Call about the Colonial Penn program now. Call 1-800-431-1098 for your free information and a free gift. Or visit cpdirect.com. That's 1-800-431-1098. Call now.
For the latest information on Hurricane Irene, stay with CNN.
Continuing coverage of Hurricane Irene, Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, could also feel the impact of Hurricane Irene, and it could span an entire 24-hour period. CNN's Athena Jones is there right now in Washington, joining us live. I understand, and we can see it right there. You're already starting to feel some of the rain. How significant is this thus far?
Well, the rain just started up here maybe about 2 hours ago, and so far it's not too strong. We expect to see the heavier rains and winds come later this afternoon. But people are preparing. In fact, we just got a report that President Obama has just arrived at FEMA headquarters to take a look at what they're doing to help people prepare for the storm and to respond to the storm. The city is helping by handing out sandbags to residents who want to protect their homes or their businesses. They distributed about 7,000 sandbags yesterday. They ran out, and so they had to stop at about 5 p.m., but they've started up again today. They're limiting people to 5 bags per household. Another bit of news to report is that the last transfer of patients from Walter Reed Medical Center to the Naval Medical Center in Bethesda was moved up to this morning. It was scheduled for tomorrow, but instead, between 7 and 9 this morning, they moved about the last 18 patients from that center just to get ahead of the storm. Some of them were wounded warriors, some of them were in critical condition, but they moved them in 18 ambulances. That happened between about 7 and 9 this morning.
Okay, and Athena, real quick, can't help but notice the Washington Monument behind you. We know that it suffered some cracks from the earthquake earlier in the week, 5.9 earthquake. What are they doing, if anything, to kind of brace it for what could be some pretty significant hurricane force winds?
Well, the big news on that happened yesterday when engineers were out trying to plug the holes that were created by the earthquake on Tuesday. They were jamming this flexible insulation into those holes to try to plug it up and then prevent any leakage or further damage. They also did some work, different workers did some work to the turrets of the Smithsonian Castle behind me, also damaged in the earthquake. They tried to secure that to make sure that we don't see more damage there. So it's been a big week here in Washington in terms of natural events, Frederica.
All right, thanks so much. Athena Jones from the nation's capital on the Washington Mall there. And of course, behind Athena, you can also see a couple cars getting around. Well, travel in general along the eastern seaboard has been a nightmare, especially since now mass transit is actually closing in the big cities like New York. Alexandra Steele joins me now with the latest on travel, whether it be by air, whether it be by land.
Can't do it right now. Can't do it. That's right. Thanks a lot, Frederica. Really, this is just incredible. What we're seeing in terms of travel is an incredible amount of cancellations preemptively. But also preemptively in that vein, I just want to tell you one little point about what they're doing in New York City. I just got word that potentially New York, Lower Manhattan especially, is going to protect those power lines. So Con Ed may cut off the power to Lower New York in advance of the storm moving down these power lines to protect those lines from the salt water that would come. There's a lot less damage. Certainly will mitigate the potential damage in the end game if the power gets cut off before it goes down on its own. So that's just a possibility.
Underground, people don't necessarily